don't have to all applaud at one time. So thank you. We are glad to have another edition of this show here and welcome everyone to the program. We have a very special guest today, and his name is David C. Linton. David C. Linton is the program director at WCLK. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
And as some of you know, and if you don't know, I am one of the announcers on WCLK, and David Linton has been at the station for about, 5 years. And the first time I met you, the very first time I met you, when you walked into the studio, I was just wondering, well, where's this guy going? You were unannounced. You just strolled right on in there, and you wanted to be a part of the program. Not that you were ready to go to work with WCLK, but you might have had that on your mind.
Well, the first time actually I came here, it's funny that you say that. Again, thank you and Daryl for having me on this platform. The first time I came there, I was actually providing what I thought was premium for the membership campaign.
Oh, yeah.
From my foundation, the Living Legends Foundation. And I walked into the studio, and it's really funny because you could read people's body language. So I'm in the studio, and I'm looking across to the announcer. She's in the announcer, and I can tell she's going like, "He ain't bringing no money. What is he doing here?"
Well, it was. We were having a fundraiser at the time,
Yeah,
so we was
yeah.
looking for some dollars. Now, you've been in radio and records, and you've been in the industry for about 40 years. About 40 years.
At least, about 40 years.
And-
We'll stop right there, 40 years.
You don't want to. Okay. Well, you went to Shaw University.
Yes, I'm alum of Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina. And also my graduate work at Carolina Central University. Both of my degrees in broadcasting. My master's was actually in media marketing and child psychology.
I know it's child psychology. Okay, now you're laying one on me, right? Okay. How'd that happen? The decision was because you had to, or you
Well,
wanted to?
you know what? I had to take something, and it was there. It seemed like it was easy. It was a little more difficult than I thought, but I think as my career progressed, it actually kind of paid off working with artists
Yeah.
at different capacity. So there was a little psychology necessary.
Now, I realize that every time we go somewhere, and I think I know someone, and I'm about to introduce them to you, for some reason, I already know that person because you've been in the industry for so long. And so you know a lot of people. You have been in the presence of Nancy Wilson and Rick Charles and a lot of the legends that are also still living legends. We have the Living Legends Foundation.
Yeah, well, I've actually, through my radio broadcasting career, obviously had a chance to interview with a lot of artists, just like you do every day. Every week we have somebody come in and have lunch with people and agree with you at WCLK. I've been blessed to work with a lot of artists, first as a program director at other stations, then of course working at Warner Brothers Records, Addison Records, Konami Records. Been able to meet a lot of people. If you go to my Facebook page, I have all those friends. They're real friends.
Yeah, they're real friends.
People I know. So I've been really blessed to meet a lot of entertainers, yes. So, but it's the same thing.
Wendy Williams, the program director, the general manager of WCLK. Now, so that's been in the industry for as long as you have been, and I know that you enjoy what you do, and you also have a scholarship for the Living Legends Foundation as well.
Yes, one of the things that I guess part of my whole career has been about helping other people achieve their goals. And that's been working with artists
And me.
and announcers. But it's always been about that. So the Living Legends Foundation is actually a foundation that was started back in 1992 by my then boss at Warner Brothers Records, Ray Harris, Senior Vice President of Black Music. And one thing about the music industry, entertainment, and we really focus on the people behind the scenes. And people think that everybody who works in the music business or in radio make a lot of money, but that's not always the case. Some people do, some people don't. But you usually don't have the kind of opportunities where you're going to retire with a 401k pension. You're not going to always have health insurance. So So our foundation was designed, one, to document the contributions of what I like to call the star makers, behind the scenes who really make the stars happen.
Correct.
And then, of course, and life throws all its curveball. And but especially people in the industry who are like athletes, you don't have a long career. One injury can it can be done.
Right.
So what we do is we honor those people for their contributions, but we also provide what I like to call a bridge over troubled water. So when they have some difficulties and things don't meet, we try to stand in the gap and help them with that. And then of course we like to pay forward because we start a scholarship program where we're now investing in the future by providing scholarships to African American students who are interested in broadcasting, radio, records, and the entertainment business in general. So we're paying forward and giving them close to over $100,000 in assistance to people over the years. And most recently, we just awarded about $20,000 in scholarships to
Yeah, I know you do a lot of traveling back and forth across the country, and you're attending seminars. And how has radio? We know radio has really changed over the years, especially that past 40 years, because we were still sliced tape and,
Yeah, right.
and editing and cartridges and turning pots instead. Now we're just pressing buttons. How do you feel about the difference in how radio has changed over the years?
You know, I think radio the changes the technology has been helpful, but at the same time, I don't think we no longer really broadcast. We now narrowcast. The stations now are targeted to certain segments of the audience. You know, you either going to a jazz audience, or you're going to an adult audience, or you're going to a crossover. You know, there was a time when you could turn on the radio station and get a full blend of music, like the station you were at, DCU in DC or WBLS in New York, and that station that we played everything. And so that's one of the big differences in narrowcast, and so you have all these different components, and so people are really not getting the technology from a musical standpoint. You know, I think the connection with people with music is different because now if you were to pick up this CD, it's a very talented person who's going to be on the show a little later.
Yeah.
But when you pick up the CD, there's an emotional connection.
Right.
You know, I'm reading something. This now becomes a part of my life. But when you just download a song, there's no connection.
Right.
So the music becomes more disposable. You don't get to know. That's why stations like WCLK, I think, are so important because we not only bring the music, but we give you insight, the ability to bring artists in and talk. Artists don't get that opportunity as much as they do. So radio has got really too corporate.
Right.
To be honest.
So we go from CDs to albums. People are now recording albums again.
Yes.
When I went to see Kamasi Washington, he had several albums out that you could buy, purchase, whatever. But people are also sending program directors such as yourself MP3s and other ways to get their music played on the radio. How does that work for you? Is it better to have MP3s sent to you, sent to your email, sent to your phone? I know how they send it to you sometimes, and along with the thousands of CDs and records that come in every day. How does that work for you? Is it more work? Is it less work?
Well, you know, from a singles perspective, MP3s are fine because they do. But if I hear it's MP3, the thing about when people send people, you know, of course I've been in the business on. I've asked, the question I'm always going to ask the artist, what is your plan for it? People say, let me get my record on the radio. If you get your record on the radio in a vacuum, all you got is a record on the radio. Because if you don't send me, who's playing on it, where it was recorded, is there an album attached to it? It's just music. And then there's that, and I'd rather have a CD if you got an album. Singles,
yeah.
just piled up, and you've been in my office.
Yeah, yes.
And I'm like drowning in CDs. But, it's really about, if people send an MP3, also send the information about the music. before people was giving you a CD, and I remember even when I was in a record company, artists would come and they want to get a record deal, they was giving me a CD, and it's got the label on the CD. When I put it into the CD player, then I have nothing. I don't know who's what, you know. And so that CD automatically, I don't care how good the music is, unfortunately, because that's the business side of it. And someone might just go on the side.
Okay, so we're telling people how they can get their
Exactly. I'm trying to
music
do that.
played on the radio instead of just handing me a CD and then we put it in the CD player and then it comes up, but it just has. Sometimes it doesn't even work.
It won't work, but it doesn't say anything. And see, today, because of technology, metadata is important. Because see, the business side is if we don't have that information, we don't get paid by the royalty companies, Saks House, Sound Exchange, whatever. So you need that information because every year a radio station has to report music that you have.
Right.
So it's more than just get a record player on the radio.
Well, how important is Billboard to stations like WCOK?
Well, Billboard is still, it's the Bible. It's always a love hate with the charts. Billboard is really a consumer publication, but it is the Bible, as we call it in the industry. And so WCLK is one of the few radio stations, especially jazz and non-commercial radio stations that report to Billboard and now MediaBiz, which is a similar company. But that almost gives you that, a seal of approval. Yeah, because everybody can't get that. So the fact that WCLK has been and is a Billboard recognized station, it is important. And it's because of the audience and because of the great talent like yourself that one day that when people hear it on your show, they know that it's something that people pay attention to.
And when you get those little cartridges that has supposed to have everybody's music on, someone's music on it, what do you do with those little things that someone says, here, you could be anywhere, festival, outdoors, anywhere, doing something, and someone says, look man, this is my music, here it is, and then you take it, you slide it to your pocket. What becomes of it after that?
Well, you know what, I don't take it anymore. See, I don't take it because I know it's going to get lost.
Right.
And so one thing that I did is I created music guidelines. When somebody will send me a song, I actually email them the guidelines. Because it's not radio's always looking for music. And I always want to help artists. But you got to help other people.
Yeah.
So it's got to be, it's a two-way street. But when they give me those, I stop taking those because I know I'm gonna lose it. And then I'm gonna figure out who gave it to me, where they gave it to me, and then half the time they don't work.
Yeah, that's very true. I usually end up just in my car somewhere or on a desk, and it never makes it to radio. So my suggestion is go ahead and make the CD, make the music, and get it to the program director and talk to him, send your bios, and of course make sure we know who the artists are on the recording. Now, Sirius XM, you help other artists get on Sirius XM. How does that work?
Well, what we've done at WCLK, the role of a program director has changed. We're now content creators. We create playlists, we select the music and all the elements, but we have some great programs on WCLK that, because no radio is local anymore, because of internet, the website, all radio stations are global. So we have some really great programs that are now being syndicated nationally. Solo Jazz, which Jamal Ahmed hosts, was actually syndicated before I got here on the African American Public Radio Consortium. But then we've now taken two of our shows, two talk shows, and now we have them on Sirius XM, as well as the African American Public Radio Consortium. So we are now creating content. We have another show that we're working with now, preparing for syndication. Because again, we have a global imprint. Radio is, we still have to care about Atlanta when it comes to news and affairs and that type of thing. But from music, we're global. And we know that when we have our annual membership drives, we get calls from California.
Yeah, all over the world.
I got a call from Hawaii one time. I was really impressed with that one. But again, just to know that we are having that kind of effect and keeping jazz alive. WCLK is approaching 50 years.
That's right. We have the Jazz Music Awards.
The Jazz Music Awards, that's right. The jazz, one thing that I always realized, jazz has always been sort of like a stepchild. All those Americans are original art form. It became a stepchild because it's not what it was from the record company. I am a capitalist. But
Okay.
at least they pay me to be money. But I also knew that there was not an opportunity for it. So we were talking one day about jazz should be. Every time I look at the Grammys, it's always crazy. And that's I put it like this: the Grammys, just call it as I see it. When it came to the Grammys, anything that was non-pop, we're going to get some crazy winners and nominations. And the jazz was always, jazz is such a broad spectrum, but there was never nothing for jazz. So we had, traditional jazz, mainstream, smooth, all competing, and then smooth jazz artists were really just being dissed.
Sorry.
And they were. I mean, and it's not because they are less talented, but because they were a little bit more contemporary, considered more pop. Pop, they're short for popular, but in the music industry is right. But that's another story. But what we did at WCLK, we came up with the Jazz Music Awards, which was the first national award show on the same scale as the Grammys or the BET Awards that really honored jazz. And we honored jazz in all of its various colors. And you were presented that night.
I was.
And it was a great night. And we were fortunate to have several people who were on our airwaves to win some awards. But it was voted by the fans. So, and that's should be coming. We're working out to have that show aired in the fall.
All right. Well, David Seelenton, thank you for joining us on Stolen Moments. I know that you are a wealth of information, that you can share and more about radio. So please come back. We haven't even talked about the Atlanta Jazz Festival, but don't worry, we got it covered.
I know you do.
We're going to be seeing you in the park, and this coming up is Memorial Day weekend, the Atlanta Jazz Festival, and we're going to be present there Saturday and Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. So we're ready to have some fun and be out there for the public and have a wonderful weekend.
And Reagan Whiteside, I'm the program director, so I have to the club. Reagan Whiteside is going to be doing her show Saturday morning from 10 to 2 live about the park.
All right, and the Reagan Whiteside will be joining us here this evening on Stolen Moments. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Dwight Smith is over there on drums, playing the drums. They told me to say on drums because he's not on drums, he's playing the drums. And we have Spence Beans playing guitar. And it's Daryl Rouse on the keys, playing the keys. I'm still getting it right. It's a very special guest we have. This is her recording. This is Regina Troop. And this one is called Potions of Love, Love Potion. Love Potion. And you are a very beautiful singer, and welcome to Stolen Moments. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. I am super excited to be here.
Yes, I have seen you perform all around Atlanta, different venues, and I said that now this lady not only can sing, she plays piano, she does the sugar ring thing, and a little percussion. She can be the only. What is it called? Okay, I think we had someone here a couple weeks ago, Manny, who let me play the kabasa and the Shaker Ray. I was playing some of everything, and but glad to have you here. And you are from where are you from?
I am from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville. That's so hot. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. You know, I want to say lady. You know, I want to say girl, but lady. Find a way from Louisville, Kentucky, here to Atlanta, where Atlanta is known as entertainment capital, right here in the ATL, and now that you are here performing in Atlanta and all around the world, I would say. So how are things going for you?
They're going great. I got to Atlanta. I have a cousin that's in radio industry, Mitch Faulkner.
Mitch Faulkner, yes.
And
Right.
he was the one who told me to come to Atlanta. And he was like, I think that Atlanta will be a great place for you.
Yes.
And so I believed him, and I came.
Yes.
And it was a long journey to get, to where I am today.
Mhm.
But it has been exciting. I love it.
Yes, and you come from a musical family.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
My parents were both singers in gospel quartet groups. And my father was in the all-male group, and my mom was in the all-female gospel group. And they met singing some gospel programs. And he became a pastor. My father became a pastor. So I started playing there in church. And that's kind of where it all started. I had a brother that plays drums, and a brother who's Cecil who plays bass. We used to have a gospel family, like a little group, like the Park Sisters. We
Yeah.
trying to do a little bit of that kind of stuff.
So how did you know that music, entertainment was going to be your life, and when did it really start? And you recognize that that's who you are.
Great question. When I was a young girl and my father, after church, they had to take care of the business and everything they would do, and I would just be sitting there bored. So I just kind of started banging on the piano and just, waiting till time for us to go. And then I played Lean on Me. I learned how to play that, with these three fingers, right?
On your own?
On the piano. I might want to talk myself, I'm self-taught.
Okay.
And it just kind of went from that. And then my parents went and invested in getting me a piano because they saw that I was being able to pick up songs,
By ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just kind of started like that.
And then you
And I loved it.
and then you learned your voice.
That came later because I was very shy. I couldn't sing. That came later.
So in the choir, what kind of songs were you singing in the choir?
Yeah, I was
And-
only a background singer. Yes, I didn't have the confidence at the time to step out front. I didn't know what my own voice was at that time. And I was only in the background, so I sang in the section and sung, a lot of the Hawkins family and things like that. And then I started to play in church as a teenager and learned gospel music. I started playing in the youth choir. And then when I moved here is when I started the whole singing and stepping out front after I did a long tour career.
Yeah.
Then I decided maybe I should try this singing thing.
I remember.
Maybe I should try it.
So when you would watch your mom or your dad in the choir, I know I saw my mother one time. The lady was singing, and we were in church, and she was singing, and then my mother must have been feeling something like really good on this particular day, and where she just ran up and decided she was just gonna join in, took the microphone and started singing. How do we not have these moments, where we was like, I know I could do that. I know I want to do that. I know I felt like I wanted to do it one day, and I was like, this is my moment. And I was like, no, it's not for me. Like, what did you know it was for you right then, right now?
I was touring with Peebo, Peebo Bryson, and when we sing Tonight I Celebrate, which is a huge song.
Yeah.
And so I was, at this time, he was on a huge tour with Kenny G.
Wow.
So we talk
Oh,
about
wow.
sold out,
Yeah.
arenas.
Yeah.
And he worked with me. And he got me through, he knew what my phobias was when he was singing. He just took the time and worked with me and got the confidence up. You got it. You just gotta know that you got it. And once I, stepped out there and started performing and doing that, then we did the Disney stuff, and I started doing a whole new world with him. So doing that, I was with him like 15
Oh,
So
wow.
it was a thing where I got comfortable with it, but that's where I built my confidence as a police.
Mhm. And you have, on the soul charts in the UK, you were,
Number 10, my first album, this is my second album. My
Mhm.
first album, Love for Life,
Yeah.
was number 10 on the Praise Soul chart.
And you have some of my favorite people on the recording. One of you on your recordings, there's Jay Fly. There's also-
Yes, on this
Yeah.
one,
Uh-huh.
I have, on the song that I'm gonna do today, Utopia, I have Jay Fly playing on drums, and
Yeah.
Sean Michael Ray is on
Yeah,
bass.
Sean Michael Ray is that good guy. He does play the very
Yes, he
well.
does. Yes, he does.
So we have a couple of and thank you for doing the jingle for me for WCLK. David, I'm gonna let you know, thank you for,
It's my pleasure.
yeah, I was like, David, Regina Troop is going to do a jingle for me and we need to get it on WCLK. Something like that.
Well, thank you. I mean, I've done radio, like I said, my cousin Mitch Faulkner, he's a radio legend.
Mhm,
And
yes,
he
yes.
groomed me in doing radio spots and jingles. And I've done several for radio stations, B103 and things like that. And he would always, critique. I'd send it to him, I would think, I would like it. And when I did yours, I didn't have that opportunity to do that because you was with us. And so I had to just trust my gut here, giving me the things that, that I should have and just trust it. So I just did it.
Well, you have it, you have the voice, and we're going to hear from Regina Troop right now, and you're going to share a couple of songs with us here
Okay,
at
my pleasure.
Stolen Moments. Please, round of
Absolutely.
applause. Regina Troop, ladies and gentlemen.
This song is called Utopia. It's on the Love Coding CD that I have here. And hopefully you'll like it. Like a bird, I want to spread my wings and fly straight to you. Your loving touch and your tender kiss just takes me away. So just come Thank y'all so much. Like I said, that's on my Love Potion album, and it's called Utopia. So definitely it's available on all platforms, and you know, if you still like to get CDs, you can get it as well. It is still available on CDs. Right now I'm going to do something, it's a remake that was done of a great, great song that it's like a standard. And hopefully you'll like it. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Well, listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness, remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing. They say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you know. You know. Ba-da-ba-da-do-de. Ba-da-ba-da-de-do. Ba-da-da-da-de-do-de. Now here I go again. I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like the heartbeat drives you mad. In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost, yeah, and what you had, and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing. Oh, I said women, they will come and they will go. Hey, and when the rain washes you clean now,
Regina Truth, and you can follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, other social media, and you want to keep up with what you're doing. So you're getting ready for another independent project you're working on?
Absolutely. I am working on my third project. I'm super excited about it. I'm probably halfway through with it. And so, look forward. I'll let you know.
All right. Another round of applause for Regina Truth. Thank you, Regina. Thank you. All right. The guys are going to play something for you, and then we're going to welcome up Miss Reagan Whiteside to the stage. Thank you.
Is it truth or truth? So the truth brings the truth.
Thank you, fellas. Like what you're doing. I like what you're playing. You can get real down and funky when you want to. And I know that's right. This recording here is called Thrill Ride, and it's by Reagan Whiteside, and she is our next guest for this evening for Stolen Moments. And her recording also produced by her husband, Dennis Johnson, in the house. Thank you. Welcome for joining us here. Please, Reagan Whiteside, come on up. Yes, indeed. And Reagan, you choose where you like to be because you are the lady with the flute here. Okay, let me come down here. So you also host the show on WCLK. It's the Reagan Whiteside show. How do you enjoy it now, going from being a flautist and I understand. And recording artists and touring all over the world. When I say touring all over the world, she is everywhere. She could be here at the ATL, and she might be on a cruise somewhere or a festival, and now you're on the air at WCLK. How do you feel about that?
It's very exciting, and it's happening so quickly. I'm just trying to hang on for dear life, but I love it. It's something that I've dreamed about my entire life, and it's finally happening, so it's a dream come true.
So did you ever think that you'd be on radio and playing your music as well as some of the artists that you also record with?
You know, radio was kind of a surprise. David Linton actually called me up one day. He said, "How would you like to be on the radio?" I said, I'm already on the radio. You play my stuff all the time. Thank you. But he says, no. He says, behind the mic, like, you know, as an on-air personality. I was like, well, I've never done it, but he was like, okay, we'll audition. So he sends me a script, and I auditioned, and I got the gig, and it just kind of kept going. And I appreciate your help and Morris Baxter for just showing me the ropes, because Lord knows I didn't know anything about it. So, you know, and there's a lot more to it than a lot of people think. So I really appreciate you for, you know, helping me and mentoring me with that.
Well, thank you so much, Reagan Whiteside, and thank you for joining us here for Stolen Moments. So go on and do your thing and show us what you do best, and that's play that flute. track of her latest recording. It's called Thrill Ride. Breaking Don't Go Nowhere. I'm just going to wrap up a few things right here. So next week we're going to, or this week coming, we're going to be at the Atlanta Jazz Festival, Piedmont Park. Come out and join us. It's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The wonderful artists performing include Tony Hightower, Grammy winner Samara Joy. Stanley Clark will also be a part of the event. Wynton Marsalis, let us see, join us, be a part of the festivities, and have a wonderful time in the park, the Atlanta Jazz Festival. We want you to support the Atlanta Jazz Festival, and of course WCLK. We want you to come out and join us, and we're going to have a ball. And coming up, we want you to join us. We have a Southern Soul artist. We have Marcella Jones. She's going to be here. She has new music as well. You know, Southern Soul can get down and raunchy, you know what I'm talking about. Tony Bird will be here, and she's going to be singing music, the songbook of Natalie Cole. And we want you to join us for that show as well. And Kaysen, who's a new artist as well. Brenda Nicole Mora, a recording artist and actress, and also vocalist Shantae Khan, who also sings with the Incognito. So please join us right here, Stolen Moments, Cluster TV, PG Entertainment, and thank you so much, Preston Griffin, for helping to make all this possible, as well as the CEO of Cluster TV and Radio, Daryl Davis, and our producer also on the camera, we have Robert Jackson. So thank you also, Regina Troop, for joining us. And of course, we got some songs you can sit in and sing a couple more tunes for us. And David C. Linton from WCLK 91.9 Program Director, who makes it all possible, make us sound good. I'm Reva Blue, host of Midday Jazz on 91.9 from 10 to 2. Take it away, guys. Go ahead and do your thing. All right.
All right. You know, we can be up here together. Yes. We're going to do a little Stevie, All I Do. Yes.
Whatever key you want to do, record keys.
All right. Yeah. Oh, oh. I. La 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 la. Oh. Ooh. Hey, hey. You make my soul a burning fire. You're getting to be my one desire. Getting to be all that matters to me. To me. I hope and pray each day I live. A little more love I gotta give. A little more love that's devoted, true. La 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 la. And baby, just suppose I should happen to cross your mind. Oh, by some chance, a girl like me you didn't even try to find. I'm gonna tell you, boy, think about how exciting it would be if you would discover you feel like me. If you would discover our dreams was for two. Oh, I light a candle every day and pray that you'll always feel this way, and pray that our love will forever be true. Oh, all I do is think about you. Yeah, yeah. I light a candle every day and pray that you'll always feel this way, and pray that our love will forever be true. I'm gonna tell you, boy, think about how exciting it would be if you would discover that you feel like me. If you would discover our dream was for two. All I wanna do, all I do, yeah, yeah, is think about it. Oh, yes I do, yes I do. You're always on my mind, oh baby, is think about it. Oh, yes I do, yes I do. I'm thinking, oh, 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 thinking, baby, about you, baby. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thinking, baby, about you, baby. Oh yeah.
Yes, they